how we can manage user. So if you want to manage your user, so for that we have three methods. First method is just go to setting, just go to start menu, then click on this setting option. And in setting option, you will find the account option. Here is this option, account. Click on this account option, and this is my current user with, by which I logged in. This is a local account. The name is trainer, and it is the administrator. If you want to sign in with the Microsoft account after installation, then you can just click on this option, sign in with the Microsoft account. Otherwise, if you want to create one more user, then just click on this family and other user option, the fifth one, family and other users. Click on this and then add someone else to this PC. Click here, then just a moment. Hmm. Here it is asking for the Microsoft account, but I don't have the personal signing information, so just click on this option. I don't have, and then so here, uh, the last option is add a user without a Microsoft account. So click on this option, add a user without Microsoft account, then with the username. So I'm just creating user one, then password. So I'm just giving same password, cloud at the rate 123 and dollar. Then we enter the password. So again, cloud at the rate 123 and dollar. Then same thing, security question. So I'm just selecting the security question X, then Y, and then in third option, Z, then next. So now it is created. User one. If you want to log in that user, so just click on this option. You click on start menu, and then the first option is your current user. Click on that, and then you will get this option, sign out. Sign out that user, and now we have two users, trainer and the user. If you want to log in with this user one, then just log in. Cloud at the rate 123 and dollar. Then enter. So now it is logged in. Right. So this is how we can create a user using your system setting. So just try to create a user, then we will see the second method how we can create. When you will just log in with that user which you created, so it will show you the same options which you earlier did. So the location option, so just accept that. Right. So just same option you have to do there. So now it is open. Now I will go again in setting, and just go to accounts, family and other users, and here this is my user, user one. Click on this user, and we have the option to remove this. If you want to remove this, then you can easily remove this, or otherwise we have some more options, like if you want to click on this sign in option. So from here you can also change the password, and you can apply multiple types of password, like you can just apply the face password, face lock, fingerprint lock, pin lock, security key if you have a physical security key, password, and picture password. So we set the password. So click on this password option, and you can change the password from here. If you want to change the password for that user, click on this change. Then it is asking for the current password. Give the current password, and then you give the new password. Then confirm password, and then finish. But this is asking for the password of trainer. So my password is cloud at the rate 123 and dollar. Okay, I put the incorrect password. Cloud C at the rate 123 and dollar. Hmm. Now it is asking for new password, confirm password, password hint, and then next, so that you can change the password. Right, so this is how you can change the password. If you want to delete that user, so just go to family under the user. Here you can just click on this option, and we have this change account type and remove option. If you will click on this change account type, so in Windows case, we have two types of user available: standard user and administrator user. Right? If you want to make that user as an administrator, so you can select from here. If you select this administrator, then this user has the right for the administrator also. But for now, I'm not doing anything here. I'm just removing this user. So click on this remove, then delete accounts and data. So now it is deleted. So this is how we can create the user. We can change the password. We can delete the user, and we can also change the account type if you want to change from standard user to administrator user or administrator user to standard user. Then easily you can change from here. So just try to do this on your system. Then we will see the second method how we can create the user. So start to do. Next method is to manage the user. Just open run prompt and here type lusrmgr.ms. This is the command and then enter. I already pasted this command in your chat section also. And then we have two options, users and group. Click on this users option and here you will get the list of all available users. Here we have administrator. This is the by default built-in account for your system, but by default it is disabled. Default account, it's a system user. You can't use this user. It is managed by directly your operating system kernel. Guest operating system, it is also disabled. You can also enable this account also. This trainer, this is the standard, but it has the permission for the administrator also. Because if you see, just click on this trainer, and then if you click on this member of, then you can see here administrator. This is the member of administrator. So that's why this trainer user has all the permissions like administrator. And the last one is also for the system user. So we have mainly one user is working, trainer, and administrator and guest. We can also use that user, but they are disabled. If you want to check, so just click on this user administrator. Then you can see here in last, account is disabled. It is now ticked, right? That means it is disabled. If you want to enable it, just untick that and then apply. But for now, I want to create a new user. So to create a new user, you can right click on blank space here. The first option is new user. Otherwise, we have the next option is more actions. Just click on this option. So you will get this same option, new user. Click on this new user, then fill the information like username. I am going to create user 2 and then the password. If you don't want to set the password, you can just leave this blank. Otherwise, I'm just filling cloud at the rate 123 and dollar and again cloud at the rate 123 and dollar. And after that, we have four options. Number one is user must change the password at next login. User cannot change password. Password never expired and account is disabled. So what's the mean of this option? First option is for user must change password at next login. Means if you just click on this option and then create. So what will happen? If you will just open this user first time, then it will asking for the password change. Then you have to change the password. uh, how we can use this type of options in our organization. So for that, suppose you are a IT administrator, right? You are a IT administrator, and some employees like 10 employees is joined in your organization in your company, and the responsibility of here is to create 10 new users for that employees. You just created, but you just created with the same password and you want the user can change the password at first login, so you can just click on this option and then create and then give the credentials to that employees. When they log in with that user first time, then they will asking for the password, so they can change, and otherwise after that they cannot change the password directly. Suppose I'm just creating with this option, right, and then create. So what will happen, just close it, and now if I will sign out this user and try to sign in with that user, sign out, and now user 2. If I will put the password, the common password which you will give to that user, that employees, so cloud at the rate 123 and dollar, and then enter. Oh, password is incorrect. Cloud C at the rate 123 and dollar. Then enter. That's the wrong password. C cloud at the rate 123 and then dollar. Okay. So you can see here the user password must be changed before signing. Means without changing the password, user cannot sign in first time. So user has to change the password. Just click OK. So it is asking for the new password. So user can change this new password. Like I'm just changing cloud at the rate cloud at the rate 123 and 4 and then dollar. Then again cloud at the rate 123 4 and dollar. And if I will see so cloud C capital, okay, that's okay. Now then okay. So the password you entered did not match. Okay. So firstly put the password cloud at the rate 123 and dollar. The new password cloud at the rate 123 4 and dollar, and cloud at the rate 123 4 and dollar. I think again I put wrong password cloud at the rate 123 4 and dollar. Now enter. So changing password. So now it is changed. The password has been changed. And enter. Now user can log in with that new user. So this is how we can create a user, and we can also set the that policy by which user can change the password by first login. So just try to create this type of user on your machine. Okay, so once it will logged in, then again just go to our administrator user, who is our user that we created at the time of installation trainer. So the password is cloud at the rate 123 and dollar. Now next thing is just open your run prompt and again losr.mtr.msc, and here I'm just going to create one more user because I want to show you some options, or I can also edit this user too. So see how we can edit. Just double click on this. So you will get the same options. Now you can see this user, this option. Automatically it is just untick. User must change the password at next level because it is only for one time. After that, next option is user cannot change the password. If you will set this option, so user can't change the password directly by using any options by their user. Only the user which has the administrator permission can change the password of that user. Then password never expire. I want password never should be expired, so I can set this. Then account is disabled. So account is disabled means if you click on this option, then your account will be disabled. Suppose any employee just want to resign from the company or just go for the leave for some days, then you can just click on this option. Account will be disabled. Then no one can make any changes on that user. So that's why we can click on this option. Account is disabled. Otherwise, we have to just untick this option. Only when you create any new user, that time you have to just click on this second option and third option, right? But make sure you have to remember all the options. What's the use of this option? So according to the need, you can click on any options, then just apply, then okay. So now it is changed. Next thing is if you want to change the password of this user, so right click on user. You can just right click on any user and then set password. So best thing is here, when you change the password from setting, there you have to just enter the previous password. That means the password for that user which are you logged in, like administrator user password. But here you don't have to need to put the password of the administrator user. Only you have to put the new password and confirm password. Then it will be changed. Like I will just putting uh, cloud at the rate 123 and dollar, because earlier my password was cloud at the rate 1234 and dollar, and then cloud at the rate 123 dollar, and then okay. So the password has been changed. So this is how we can change the password using this LUSRM. And right click, not right click, not double click. Or if you want to change the permissions, like if you want to change it from the standard user to administrator, so just click on this members of. Here this is a member of users only. If you want to add something, so just click on this add, then advanced, then find now. Right here you can find the administrator. The second one is administrator. Okay, and then again okay. So now it is also the member of administrator. If you want to remove this users, that's okay, because we have the permission of administrator. So it is not need to add two members administrator and then apply and then okay. So now this user also a member of administrator. Means that user can also make changes in your system. Right. So just try to do these things on your system. So after that, next thing is if you want to right click on this user, then we have this option also delete. You can also delete this user, and in properties, the same thing you can see. Okay, profile, member, then done. Okay. So now next thing is how to delete. So right click on this and then click on delete. So you can delete this user and then yes, then yes. So now it is deleted. So this is how we can delete. So next process is how we can create the user using third way. So third way is using command prompt CMD. So we have some commands also. So for that, just open your CMD, and CMD should be open run as administrator. Then yes, and here we have some commands. First is net user, net user. So using this command, you can see all the available users. So I have this administrator user, this default account, this guest account, this trainer account, this WDA account. So I have this accounts. If you want to create one more account, so net user, net user space slash add space the username. I want to create user 3. Then enter. So now the user is created successfully. If you want to check again, then net user. So you can check. Now we have this user 3 also available. User 3 created. If you want to set the password for this user, so net space user, net space user, and then space the name of user. So username is user 3, then space, and then asterisk sign. This sign asterisk. Then enter. So now type a password for a user. But remember, on any CLI, it can be command prompt in Linux terminal, anywhere. You can't see the password. Means I'm just typing the password cloud at the rate 123 and dollar, but it is not visible on your terminal. Then enter and then retype cloud at the rate 123 and then dollar and then. So now the command completed successfully. That means the password is set. So this is how we can create the user. We can set the password. If you want to delete, then you can delete net user space del slash del and then username user 3. Then enter. So now it is deleted also. So using these commands, you can just manage your user using command prompt. So these are the commands. Just take the screenshot and try to run on your machine.